If you are a new player to Rush Wars, this video will be very helpful for you. I've been able to play test the game for Supercell prior to release, and I'm going to share with you all of my tips within this video. I'll play through the tutorial for you guys, very much like what you will be doing, but alongside that, I'll be explaining my experience, my tips to help you get started within this game. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty guys, here you go, your first look at Rush Wars. Now I did have the privilege of being able to play test this for Supercell prior to release, so I'm going to run you through the tutorial, the beginner stages of the game, and I'll give you my experience, the best tips that you can get in order to hit the ground running and start out as fast as possible. So it is a combat strategy style game, ready to kick butt? Let's go and attack this gold mine. So as we start the tutorial here, it's teaching you how to place troops. The attacker will start on the left hand side of the screen, and the person you are attacking, the defender, is over to the right. So let's place a couple of our troops over there, and then we can click the start button. We can put more in if we wish, and you can reinforce as you go through. Obviously there are different troops, guys. These are the very basic ones we're starting out with, and it gets very complex. It's kind of a mix of a lot of Supercell games, to be honest with you. This is more Clash of Clans meets Boom Beach, Clash Royale. You've got to take out the 3 gold mines, and that's where you get your stars. And well, let's just go through the tutorial here and we will get a little bit further. So the training box, this is where you will unlock more stars from different boxes. There's obviously more ones as you go through. This is a very basic one as you move through the tutorial, but we have the picture. This is very important. It's the second troop that you will unlock, and she does splash damage onto the rest of the troops. Guys, if you're new to this channel, you want to see the best tips for Rush Wars, and I have lots of videos planned. Be sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. So this is your camp. Different to Clash of Clans, you have a base, but you're not looking at it all of the time. Hit the attack button when you are thirsty for more gold. So that is where we're going to find other people's gold mines. That is their base. It is your gold mine. Now the twist here is that the base is switched every day. You don't have the same base. It is switched every day. So we've selected a few different troops here. Your attacking squad is built up of the amount of troops you can take. Very much like Clash of Clans, as you upgrade, you will be able to take more troops, but the troops themselves have this different housing space. So both of these are just one housing space. As we look at this then, you can see that at the top, there is a channel through, but it's blocked by walls. So if you were to take that out, you could move through there. But clearly you can see the bridge. That is where the attacker wants us to come through. So let's start with a couple of the basic troops. And then when we start out, we will use the splash damage troops behind it. So it is very strategic. Why don't we put one at the top there as well? And you will see that you can't go through there. You'd have to have a different style of troop to break through the walls. We will get to that. But notice how we have been protected here, and it hasn't worked out so well initially. We managed to get through that though, and now notice how the troops at the top will get blown up. You can see next to them there's the gas canisters. They are going to get fried right now. Look, boom, down they go, and we still get the 3 stars, because although time is a factor throughout the tutorial here, it isn't. So you guys don't have to worry about time in the tutorial, but on an actual attack there is time in place. So you are going to have to be quite quick about this as well, quite strategic. Again, the tutorial is very simplistic. It will show you how to play, and hopefully I can give you a few tips and tricks along the way. We unlock the arcade. This is completely different. I'm going to explain this to you because it is not a troop, is it an airdrop? So you found an airdrop. Let's try it out in the attack. We will get to the defense side of things very shortly, but let's show you this. So you do have your troops. We haven't found a commander yet. You can see on the screen there. That's basically your heroes. Let's see if it lets us. It does. It lets us demonstrate them to you. So basically your heroes will be unlocked as you upgrade through the different HQ levels. The first one, which is the coach, is unlocked at HQ 4. Now let me tell you, you will progress relatively fast here, but I will be coming out with videos to help you with that. In terms of missiles, you have now the arcade. You only can take one of these at the lower levels, but they kind of work like spells as well within Clash of Clans. So the boost spell, very much like the rage spell. We have the heal spell, a lot of different ones as well as you move through. And again, there are endless troops for a game that is just in beta. This is incredible, guys. If you have any tips that you feel I have missed as well, be sure to let me know down in the comments section, and be sure to leave a like if you enjoy this one. So let's break this one down for you a little bit more. Oh, it's gonna tell you, I was just about to say, the missile can be used to take out wide amounts of groups. Now think about what I said last time. Now this is something that on defense as well you will be able to use to your advantage. So right now there is a bunch of barriers in the way of the top area. You could walk up to the barriers, but your troops couldn't walk through that. There's not an opening. But with the airdrop and the missile, you could actually open that up and come through both lanes, which is going to be helpful. So airdrops can be used to take out a group of enemies. Let's do it. So let's use this and think about where we're going to put it. We could put it direct on the enemies like this. You can see what it's going to target, but again, you can see the explosives next to the enemies. If we hit that, we will blow up the enemies, and we'll also be able to blow up the defense in front of that. We'll be able to blow up the different boxes, meaning that we can path through that way and potentially get towards the gold mines there before we even initiate the troops. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's place our troops right at the top corner here, right at the top tiles, so that they walk through the bushes, through that top area, and they're not even going to get fire of the troops at the bottom. Look, they're going to stay right out of the way here initially. They might draw the fire as they get closer, but you don't have to. The defending troops don't even have to be initiated if you can play your cards right. So just know that, guys, you don't have to take out all of the defenses. You use your troops on defense, but there's also special defenses as well that you can't use on attack. We get another training box, and I think we might unlock a new card here as well. So we have some more troopers, we have another picture, and there we go, guys. We have the shields. You actually might have seen them on defense there. You can rewind back just a couple of seconds if you want to see them, but these are basically tanks. They're very much like the giant in Clash of Clans. So let's move across to the lab where you upgrade your troops. And again, look at all of this, guys, for defenses, troops, everything. This game is stacked. It is ready. It is incredibly polished, and let me tell you, like I said, you upgrade through this very fast, and it gets very strategic as well. I think you guys are going to love it. So let's go ahead and show you how the upgrade system works. Basically, you're spending gold. Now, if you want my advice initially, you want to try out all of the different troops, and there's not a huge amount of gold that you need to spend initially on the upgrades. Like 20 gold is nothing. You will get that relatively quick, so just upgrade everything initially. As you start moving through the game, you can then start to specialize a little bit more. We can hone in on different strategies, but as you're starting out, literally just upgrade everything. That is the best advice. Just go for it, have fun, get into the game, learn the mechanics of the troops, because then you're going to be able to do that on defense. And again, throughout the video here, once we get closer to the end, I will be talking about the defense. Now you can upgrade your HQ to find more troops. So why don't we do that? Again, you're going to get through this relatively quick, and look at the new cards that we can unlock. So again, let me know what you think, but I feel it's very much a cross between Boom Beach, Clash of Clans, and Clash Royale in terms of the way it works. The format and the home screen, you could say, is a little bit like Brawl Stars, but I think it's more Clash Royale, and Boom Beach mixed together. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. Basically, it allows you to get more gold quicker. You can go further on your chopper and find new areas, and also you unlock different cards. Now, we don't have them already, but basically we have the potential now, whenever we open boxes, to find them cards, which we can then upgrade. You've got a chopper. let's go, we can carry more troops. So as we upgraded the HQ there, we can carry more troops. These two boxes at the bottom, once we get through the tutorial, you will see it, but basically they are used to give you free boxes. Every time, I think it's about 4 hours or so, you get a free box in there. So it wants us to upgrade the chopper so we can carry more troops. So again, this is kind of your army camps within Clash. Currently, we could take 3 troops. Now it is going to let us take 5 once we've upgraded, and we also can take some defenses as well. And notice how we can travel to different areas. It does say it can travel to the woodlands. As you move up, you will be able to go to different areas. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, guys, because this is awesome. Let's go back to the lab. We might as well upgrade the picture because, again, you want to just upgrade everything. That is the way to do it, in my opinion, but let me know if you disagree in the comments. I want to show you something that's really cool. Now, in Clash of Clans, we kind of help you as content creators with videos in terms of how to use different troops. There's a description there, as there is here, X-baseball picture, blah, 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 blah. You can see it on the screen, but check out in the bottom right a preview button, and it has a little video of how it works. So if you don't quite want to take this straight into battle, you can check it out. You can actually watch a preview of each of the troops, and I would highly recommend, it depends how you want to get into the game. If you want to just have fun, I'd recommend just using them, and that's where I'm saying just upgrade anything. But let's take some shields for you. Let's take a couple of pictures and a couple of rifles, and then we can use the arcade system as well. But if you really want to get competitive, if you really want to get good at this, do study the different troops. Let's have a look at this. This is the last training base, and then we can get out into the real world and we can teach you a little bit more. This one's a little bit more trickier. You can see with the rifles that it's harder to get. Like, we can't take out the shields in one shot. They have more HP. We could potentially do a bit of damage on here, or look at this. We can actually get damage onto 3 buildings at the back here. There's nothing in terms of blowing up the... If we were to blow up these areas, I guess we could come in through the top if we blew up that, but it wouldn't necessarily help us out massively. So I think we hit this, look, and we hit all 3 buildings at the back there. Boom, we take out the guy with the bazooka, and we got a bit of damage on the other buildings. Now, that blue one is a spawner building, and again, this is very strategic, and there's many ways to do it. So with the shield, guys, we do want to put our shields at the front. Now, one thing you will notice, I'm going to demonstrate to you here, it actually goes in slow-mo, look, so that you can really take your time and get the positioning correct of where you want things. Now, do think about splash damages. There's not really any splash here, but you might want to trail your troops in a little bit slower. You might want to put them in from different angles, because let's say, for example, there is a mortar on the field. Hopefully when we get attacking some real people, you will see a mortar. It can do incredible damage, or you did see one of the bombs going off there. That does a lot of damage as well. But look at our pictures doing huge damage onto the missile there. We are going to take that down. We're going to get the 3 stars on this one, but it gets incredibly hard, guys, and wait until we tell you about war, about team domination. It is incredible. It has a fantastic twist on that of Clash of Clans, and I am going to bring videos explaining this game in a little bit more depth for you as well. We actually just got the plumber hole, which is the spawner that you just seen there. It's pretty cool. My name, you guys know it's got to be Judo Sloth. So let's put Judo Sloth in. By the way, guys, this one is recorded on the developer build, so I will be playing through this again. Let me know if you want to say a let's play when I actually get the game myself, because although I've play tested this, although Supercell have given us access, this is the developer build, so I don't actually have this to continue. I'll have to play through this again when I get my own account. We are on to the part where we explain defenses. I will summarize everything at the end because there's a few things that we haven't even got to, and we've been going almost 15 minutes. But hopefully this kind of helps to make things be a little bit more, I don't know, explained for you. But the gold mine. You randomly get given a gold mine. That is your defense. You've got to defend your gold mine. So, that's where the 3 different stars come from. Now, depending on your HQ level and your helicopter, depends on what you can actually put in there in terms of defense. So you can see everything that I've unlocked, which is coloured to the left, I can use that on defense. As you get further through, you unlock walls so you can actually block off the different channels into your base, and it gets really strategic. But you can see in the top left, defend 4. Basically, after 24 hours, you will be given a brand new gold mine, because although you can clear some of the decorations, I wouldn't recommend that in these beginner stages. I would only recommend doing that as you get higher up and you're being a bit more competitive, because you just want to save your gold. But you will basically get given a whole new layout every 24 hours. So let's use one of the spawners. Let's use the plumber hole there at the back. We probably want the shields in order to shield us initially, followed by, let's put our pitcher towards the back. Let's put another pitcher in to try, and if the attacker were to come in with a lot of lower level troops, we could actually you know, do splash damage onto them. So that's the tutorial finished. Let's summarize everything. Let's do a quick attack. Let's show you exactly what you need to know. So again, this is similar to Brawl Stars in the setup, I would say. You have your chopper, which again you can upgrade to get to different areas, get different gold mines, and that's basically when you attack a gold mine, that is a different player. It's kind of finding a base within Clash of Clans. Your HQ, when you upgrade that, you obviously get more gold per hour, you can store more, but most importantly, you get more cards. Your lab is where you upgrade your cards. You have air troops, you have commanders, which is your heroes. Look at all of them as well, and look at that guy, a robotic dinosaur. Beautiful stuff. Defenses, you only use them on defense obviously, but look at them all. It is so crazy how much stuff is in this game already, and I can't wait to see how it expands in the future as well. You get this little box at the top as well, which you can keep clicking that and it'll give you tips, and here at the bottom you have your free boxes, which will come to you every 4 hours, I believe it is. There we have a mortar for defense, so again we could put that on defense. We got some more arcade boxes or cards, so we could upgrade that. And again, I'm not going to sit upgrading all the cards here, guys. I think you get the idea of that, so let's get back out into it and explain the rest of what you need to know. Keys is probably important for you guys to know. So you get another key every hour, but basically you can't unlock a box without a key. So it's similar to Clash Royale in that you can just attack all of the time. There's no build times, there's no upgrade times. You can just attack and attack and attack. But you can't then get boxes. Basically, the more stars you get, the more boxes you can then unlock. So you see the 5 stars on the attack button. Once I get the 5 stars, that gives me a box. But if I don't have a key to unlock that box, then there's no point. I'd be attacking for nothing. So that's where you can attack all the time. It'll obviously level you up in terms of experience, in terms of your trophy counts, but it won't actually do anything for your progress until you've got that there. So that's how they kind of slow the progress down a little bit. Clearly you can be purchasing stuff as well. There's daily deals, gems and gold. Little battle logs here so you can see your attacks and defenses, but the main thing, I'll do a separate video on this, team domination. Just a quick sneak peek. You basically join your clan, but it's not like Clash of Clans. You randomly get drafted cards. So you are randomly drafted cards, and you can skip them if you wish, but basically once you've got your cards, you really have to work as a team to select the right base. But what if you get a bunch of like cards that you don't like? Well, that's the beautiful thing. You are not limited to how many people attack a base, you are limited to the cards. So you could go into a base, drop one card and just exit out. And I mean, what that would do, you could test for traps within an area. You might be able to snipe off one of the gold mines, get 1 star and leave. And then you can attack again. As long as you've got cards left, you could attack 5, 6, 7 times in a war as long as you have cards. So you can put as much as you want in. Maybe you take 1 gold mine, you exit out of the battle, and then someone else attacks that base as well. So you could have people in your clan that are scouters, if you will, that just literally put 1 card on a base, maybe pull an area or take out a certain section, and then another clanmate comes in and does the same, or another teammate for this game. So that's exactly how the clan wars will work, or the team domination. Obviously, guys, being a clasher, I am going to get things mixed up here and there in terms of of names, and I think as a general overview, that should probably help you guys out on pretty much, let's tick upgrades only. That's pretty cool as well, because I couldn't see it there. You can tick the upgrades only, and then you know exactly what is getting upgraded. So I think that is probably all you need to know about starting off. Let's do another attack, try and give you just a little bit more strategy before we wrap things up. And there's one more thing here that I forgot to mention. Whenever you have your squad, so I can't do it this round, but next round, see the little button there that says last squad? You can pick that once you're out into multiplayer, so the next time I attack I could do that, and it just pre-selects your army. So that is pretty cool. It does cost you gold in order to attack as well, so potentially that's another thing that could slow you down, but you should be making that back on an attack. So what could we do here? We have CA, who we're going to be attacking. So we have the bombers down the bottom here, but you can't actually take them out with the missiles, so we'd be better off taking out the riflemen at the top so that we could then just have them eliminated. So you can see the preparation ticking down. This one is going to be a timed match, so let's go ahead and take them out. Rush Wars, so it's only a 2-minute battle. Let's start with our shields. Now I'm going to send them into the bottom in order to tank, and I'll rush everything else in at the top. Get it? I'm going to rush them in. If I can get them in quick enough. So let's go with that. Let's actually send one of the pitchers down at the bottom here as well, just to distract that area, just so my my other troops aren't vulnerable. But there we go. We've managed to rush that area. We've taken it down incredibly well. And again, I would say try and split your troops. The more angles you can come in from a base, as a general rule, that tends to be best. But also think about that on defense. When you do get to the stage of unlocking walls, try and narrow people down through your base. Don't let them come in from a huge area. Make sure they can only come in through one channel, and then you can heavily defend it. Whereas if they can come from everywhere, they should be able to overwhelm you. So we've got something else for the gold mine there. It's complete. I don't know why it was telling us that, but let's go and get one more attack. We can click that last squad, and then we can show you what happens when we get to the top and the 5 stars. Then we'll wrap up the video, and we will be back as well with daily Rush Wars videos. So what are we going to do on this one? Again, think about what we could do. Now look at this. We could actually blow up this, which would take out, I guess if we put it here, we're not hitting that, but look, we can blow that up, which should get the picture. We can get a bit of damage onto the shield, and we can also get some damage onto the gold mine. So let's do that. Boom. Didn't blow the picture up, not quite. So the missile would have been better on the rifleman, but we should still be able to recover this. So let's get the shield in first, followed by one of my pictures, and I think let's send the rifleman down the bottom, look, because we have a spawner plumber hole towards the bottom, which the rifles, they'll be able to overwhelm that area, but I don't want them at the top where the picture is, because that will obviously do splash damage, but I used my pictures to do splash damage on their troops. So again, it's kind of a calculated thing here of using the strengths of your team against the weakness of theirs, and vice versa. The good thing about when they are on defense is they can't change anything. You can change the order of your troops and where you put them in on attack, but they can't necessarily change that on defense. It's not like a you know, true time picture whereby they are defending you as well. So we have there unlocked a couple of extra things. We have the mines. I will be sure to obviously explain that in the coming days. Let's click that upgrade available tab, which is awesome. We get the arcade to level 3. So as a beginner's guide, I hope that kind of helped you with the tutorial side of things, give you a little bit of information in the background as to what exactly was going on. Upgrade whatever you can initially, guys. Just get out there, but do try and think about how you are putting them troops in, using the splash to your advantage. Don't just throw the troops in, and try and open up a few different channels within the base would definitely be my advice. If you've enjoyed this one, you will want to stick around. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, but that is going to wrap it up for this one. Until next time, guys, peace out.